My lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love and welcome to another reading. Today I've dipped into my viewer submitted questions again, and today we're asking, how would DM feel if DF walked away? All right, and it kind of ties in with that conversation that we had with DM on, is it last Monday or this Monday, with the Luvers Speak, where she said she was walking away or whatever. And Spirit was saying, hold on, hold on. Right? So, Philly, and this question was submitted by Philly Psychic when we did that exercise. And guys, as I'm talking about Philly Psychic, please, guys, could you send us some love, some healing? And remember, you're asking the light to make sure it's harmonized for her frequency. She has been basically laid up in bed with pneumonia. So please, could you send us some healing, send us some love, keep her in your prayers, because she's been with our community for quite a while. So let's give some support to our soul sister, okay? All right, and give her some encouragement, because I'm sure it's crappy, It's one thing being stuck in quarantine, but then you're in quarantine and you're stuck in your bed. It's not nice, right? So please, keep her in your thoughts and prayers, and if you can send healing, please do, and make sure it's harmonized for her. All right, so let's get into this reading. We're asking, how would DM feel if DF walked away? So the first question we're going to ask, well, how's he feeling now? Okay, how's he feeling now? How's he feeling now about DF? Now these readings, it doesn't matter what I say DM and DF, because we're talking about the masculine and feminine energy. But you don't have to be twins to roll along with this collective, because the collective, people like to narrow it down to twin flames, but the collective is humanity. We're not that far, we're not that separate at all. And I think that's what, this virus is teaching us. We're all interconnected. So we're all having this collective experience. So whether you're in a soulmate relationship or twin flame relationship, we're all here having this collective experience together, right? We're vibrating in the same energy. All right, Queen of Wands, right? So he's seeing you as fine, sexy, passionate, loving, tender, and even though you can manage well on your own, because remember, think about the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, she's the most masculine queen. I mean, we're seeing a bit of her here, because in this Tower of the New Vision, they tell you what's going on behind the scenes, right? But the usual Queen of Wands, this is her. She stands in her masculine energy. So he's seeing you're independent, you're standing in your power, right? But you're also this behind the scenes as well. Tender, loving, and also soft. And he sees both sides of you. So he's well appreciative. All right, so anyway, heart space energy, how is he feeling about you now? Never mind what he's going to be feeling, what he may feel if you walk away. How is he feeling now? That's the question we're asking. All right, so we have Four of Pentacles. How is he feeling about you? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We have the Empress, Libra, Taurus energy. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Again, more grounded energy. And let's get another card, because 4 is my number. And we have 10 of Wands. Leo, Sagittarius energy. All right. So how is he feeling about you? Well, you are his precious. So he's holding on to you tight. Okay? Tight. Holding on to you tight. But at the same time, he has a mountain in front of him. And the mountain that's in front of him right now, the obstacle that's in front of him right now, is the other things that he's holding on to. And those are the things that aren't serving his highest good, right? So he's holding on to you tight, but there are other things that he's holding on to. And you see how this mountain is green? It probably is something in the material world. It's probably some kind of money that he's also holding on to as well. But he sees you as the Empress. He sees you as the Empress. For some of you, they think about having children with you. For some of you, they do see you as their true love, because every time I see these swans, I always think about true love. I always think about grace, about beauty. I always think about evolution, because, the ugly duckling grows into the swan kind of thing. So I always think about grace, beauty, evolution. I think about fertility. And he might see you as waiting because her eyes on the road, huh? Or it could be, oh. No. He's seeing you as having come a long way, right? So you have made your journey and you are rightfully sitting on the throne that you deserved, because you've passed through being all those different kinds of queens and you are now the empress. So he's seeing you as rightfully sitting on your throne as the empress, because you've passed through all those different queen stages already. So he sees you as every queen, right? You're the queen of fire, connected to spirit. You're sexy, you're passionate. You're the queen of swords. You can communicate effectively. You also set healthy boundaries. You're standing in your truth. You're authentic. He sees you as the queen of cups, very psychic, very loving, compassionate heart. And then he sees you as the queen of pentacles. You have your shit together in the material world and you're very grounded. So he sees that and he wants piece of that because he wants to invest. He's looking at this. Should I invest? He's also evaluating other investments that he's made and the return on these investments. And it looks like in the other investments he's made, even though he's invested the 7 pentacles, he's only gotten back 1. So it was not a wise investment that he may have made in some other relationship. So he's thinking about that too. And there's also light beings that are around him at this time that are helping him doing this reassessment and evaluation, or this reprioritizing of his life. Right? Because card number 7, that's about divine intervention. It's also about the Chariot moving forward. So when he thinks about you, he thinks about dropping the burdens and the baggage of the past that would have clouded his judgment and clouded his vision and prevented him from really seeing your beauty in the past. He wants to drop that and really reinvest in something brand new, which is this connection. So he's thinking about investment. He's thinking about dealing with his baggage. He's thinking about you being the empress, but he's also thinking about how can I level up? And then he's also thinking about the things that he's holding on to. So let's pull a card on this 4 of Pentacles and let's see if we get a clearer message as to what he's holding on to here. But he's holding on to you tight, but I think there are other things that he's holding on to as well, because the 4 of Pentacles is about holding on tightly to things that don't serve you. I'm kind of being miserly with your affections. Okay. All right. So we see here he's resisting transformation. He knows that change is coming. He knows that he has to change in order to level up to be the emperor, right? But he's resisting transformation because he's holding on to something. Let's see what he's holding on to here. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Hangman. All right. So what I'm getting from this is that he's downloaded a lot of truth about you, about himself, about the connection. He's gained the enlightenment. He's gained a different perspective. But why is he resisting transformation? Right? Because look, judgment is in reverse. His judgment is clouded by what? And look, it almost came out again. Almost the 4 of Pentacles almost came out. Clouded by options. Clouded by options. Right? So it could be it's clouded by a third party. It looks like there are options here, different paths. When you're spoiled for choice, that's what it looks like. But the fact that this came out, this really tells me the issue. Holding on to a lot of negative thoughts, holding on to overthinking, surrendering to the chatter that's in DM's mind. And the chatter is about so many different things. The chatter is about, am I good enough? The chatter is about, what if this person rejects me? The chatter is about, can I be financially self-sufficient? Or can I be a good provider? I mean, just think about everything negative. And this is what you get with a reverse Knight of Pentacles. He overthinks, and he overthinks about the wrong things. So this is what is blocking his transformation right now. Okay, so he's mid-transformation, but he's not completing that because there's so many different insecurities and so many things that he's thinking about. And look, Gemini came out here and the Knight of Pentacles came out here. Now, the thing about Gemini, so many different thoughts happening. Their mind is like this, taking all the time. There's so many different thoughts. And the same thing with the reverse Knight of Pentacles. So many different thoughts and holding on to everything negative. All right, so that's how he's feeling about you now. How would he feel if you walked away? Shall I use a different deck? Yeah, why not? Why not? How would he feel if you walked away? Oh, and I did a pick a card today on my sister channel, the Pick a Card Empress. It looks at who is talking about you and what are they saying. And for a couple piles, a love interest did come true. So maybe you guys can check that out and see if that resonates with you. All right, so I keep seeing the Four of Pentacles, so he's holding on to some shit. All right, so let's see. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. What would happen if he walked away? Maybe he's going to release these things that he's holding on to. All right, let's find out. How would he feel if he walked away? We got the Moon. The Moon's about mystery, delusion. They're telling me the Moon is about madness. Because remember, Moon is also Luna. And that's the rules the lunatic. Right? So we have the Moon, Cancerian, Pisces energy. And that's all water, so that's emotional. Anyway, let me get these cards out. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's, you know, stubborn energy. That's me. Taurus. Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. We have the Three of Pentacles. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And we have the Six of Cups. What a strange thing. You know, it's like, you know, never miss the water till the well runs dry. So what I'm getting here from the Moon, that's the first card that comes out. You know, it's bam, we're talking about feminine energy. So that feminine energy is going to kick in. And that's when he's really going to get in touch. DM is going to get in touch with his divine feminine energy, which is intuitive and which is also emotional. Right? So I think that he is going to be, if he walked away, it would be a very emotional time for this DM. And, you know, it would really be slightly overwhelming because the first thing I heard was lunatic, right? Slightly overwhelming, you know, because, yeah, we have so many different emotions that are going on here. I mean, Pisces is emotional, Cancer is emotional. And then we have these dogs who are very loyal. So even though they don't show it, they've always had a loyal heart. It's just that, you know, they have issues expressing these emotions. But if you walked away, I think all these emotions will come crashing down. Okay. And that's when the emotions would, you know, come out from underneath the surface and really come to the fore. Okay. For some of you, you've walked away and this has already happened. But they're going to think that they're so unfortunate and they might have missed an opportunity to manifest some kind of destiny. Because they do see this as a destined connection. We have the Six of Cups here, right? So if you did walk away, they would feel very unlucky and they would feel like they're being punished or that they received some kind of karma for something that they did. But if you walked away, that's when they really start thinking about building something strong with you and start thinking about if they have a third party. They'll start thinking about that third party. And that's when they'll really put their mind on reconciliation and this soulmate connection. Weird, right? They're going to wait till you walk away to start thinking about these things. So let's clarify and let's get, see if we have additional messages. But this is what I'm getting. So there's going to be this feeling of, oh my God, woe is me. And that victim consciousness. But I think there's also going to be, okay, how can I get her back or what kind of thing? All right, so let's see. What's this with the Moon? But I'm feeling just really emotional. Yeah, right. So that's when he's going to start thinking about moving forward and progressing. That's when he's going to start listening to his intuition and think about offering commitment. Why does it have to get to that? Anyway, and then we have Wheel of Fortune in reverse. That's when he's going to start thinking about making a solid offer. What did I tell you guys? Three of Pentacles. That's when he's going to start thinking about if they're with a karmic, they're going to start thinking, okay, you know what? I need to speak my truth to this karmic. And if he walked away, well, let's see the Six of Cups. Yeah, that's when he's going to start thinking, oh my God, I lost this and I need to reconcile. What can I do? Right? And that's when he's going to start thinking about bringing communication. Why does it have to get to that? Okay, so if he knows, if DM knows that he's going to be devastated if DF walks away, why isn't he shaking his bum? Let's find out. Let's go back with the first deck. Why isn't he shaking his bum, guys? Why isn't he making his move? Why isn't he doing some kind of King of Wands kind of thing? We have a Page of Wands in reverse. I'm hearing childish. We have the Devil, Capricorn. Let me just pull this down a tad so you guys can see this. Okay. We got the Chariot, Cancerian energy, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. So why isn't he shaking his bum? Okay. For some of them, I think they're feeling quite intimidated by you here. We have this Page of Wands in reverse. They're feeling like it's just not the right time to reach out, to communicate or anything like that. Because for a lot of them, they are either tied to a toxic situation or their addictions that they know that they need to deal with before they move forward. Okay, so some of them are dealing with some addictions here. Some of them are dealing with some toxic connections in their life. It could be an intimate partner. It could be family members. It could be co-workers, but there's something negative in their life. For some of them, it's their own little inner demons, and for some of them, it might be negative entities or something like that. I mean, in this world, you can't take anything off the plate, right? But they're also thinking, for some of them, they want to be abundant and they want to be single before they even reach out, because they want you to know that they're serious. Because it looks like their plan is to move forward with you and progress with you, but they want to make sure that they are also your match. Let me pull a card on this Chariot and see what that's about. Yeah, they want to progress and move forward, but guess what? Their abandonment issues and other insecurities are keeping them stuck and absolutely stressed out. So they do want to move forward here with this Chariot, but overthinking. Remember, we saw that Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Overthinking, and that's what prevents them from reaching out and even taking action. It's they're mind fucking themselves, guys. Pardon the French. Okay, that's what they're doing. All right, so we're seeing him not making a move or anything like that. So when is going to be the right time, they're thinking, to make a move? Divine timing cards. Now, divine timing cards, don't give me a shitty answer, okay? Whoa. What's the timeline that they have in their head right now? You know, I'm always hesitant to use the card, but it hasn't screwed me over. All right, so we're getting something very specific here. We're getting vernal equinox, which is the 19th to the 22nd of March. So it's either that's coming up, or this could just be a general message about spring. So that might be just now, but I'm going to clarify. Or it could have, there could have been something that we need to know about that happened around that time. Gosh, I only like to take two, you know. And then we have the 31st of October to November. We've gotten this date before, actually. We've gotten a November date before. And then we've got, we have September again. Okay, so that's kind of in line with the kind of timelines we've been getting when we've been asking these questions, right? The only one that's weird is this March one. We usually get a June to November date. All right, so anyway, what's happening in spring that they want to tell us about? Okay, so it's either they're still in their pride and ego in spring, which could be true, or there's something that happened to their public image or their ego. So let's pull a couple more cards because we want a plain answer. Okay, for some of them, know that they got single in spring and they have not told you. For others, they're planning to get single this springtime. Yeah, because they look, the third party is out, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. So for some of you, know that they are already single, and this happened in springtime. And for others, know that they are planning to get single. We have it here, this 9 of Pentacles. They're planning to get single this spring, okay? Which looks like just now. Anyway, tell us what's going to happen October, November time. All right, so this looks like the communication that comes forward here. They want to tell you something about a karmic. That they got some kind of different perspective on a karmic here. Right? And they've chosen a different path, chosen to move in a new direction, which is towards the Queen of Pentacles, which is you. Because remember, my reverse court cards are karmic energies and my upright court cards divine energies. So it looks like there's some kind of serious conversation, well, an initial conversation that starts get going here. They're talking about this different perspective that they got in the karmic, and they're moving towards you. And then tell us what's happening in September. This is when this person really makes the push forward. Yeah, it looks like the end of some kind of karmic situation. I think this person is going to be exploring their options. I think there's also a cycle that may not quite be closed, or it could be they're saying that, you know, it's not over between you guys, but we see them coming forward here as this provider. So for some of you, they would have just been wrapping up some kind of situation with a karmic that kind of they just gave up on. They just gave up on it, and then they're going to be coming forward to make some kind of solid offer here as this King of Pentacles, right? Because they're going to be establishing boundaries with the people in their life. Okay, so it looks like we're looking at a fall date for them to really come forward and make any kind of solid proposal here. But it looks like there's some kind of beginning of them trying to get single this springtime. Okay, so it starts in the spring and it looks like everything culminates in November. All right, which is what we were getting all the time. All right, guys. So I forgot. Sorry, I forgot. It's word of advice from Spirit for you. Right. So this is what this person's planning on doing, but what does Spirit want you to do? And I chose the unicorn cards because, you know, the DMs have been elusive like unicorns, so we'll do that. Anyway, we love them. We love them, even though we have to walk away. Sometimes we love them. All right, let's see. What do the unicorns want to tell you? Grandparents. It says you have a special bond with a grandparent that can never be broken. Okay, so what is this telling me? For those of you that connect with the ancestors, there's a lot of ancestral presence around you right now, and ancestral presence is what's guiding this connection at this point in time. So know that you are not alone. The ancestors are working overtime to bring this together. Oh my God, covered with true chills right now. But let me read from the book and see if they have any additional insight for you. So know that the ancestors are working on this. Okay, this card wants to know that your grandparent loves you very much. You have a special bond with a grandmother or grandfather or both, and their love is helping you right now. No matter what, you and your grandparent will always be connected by this love. Guys, I'm just going up and down with true chills. You will always love and help each other, even if you're far away from each other. That's because the special one, the bond that you share, travels everywhere, even from heaven. Your love makes your grandparent very happy. He or she is very proud of you and wants to help you discover your hidden talents. If you'd like help from this grandparent, just ask. So know that the ancestors are surrounding you right now, and there's some kind of hidden talent, and from that I always get spiritual gift that they want you to unfold. You can ask for help by holding a silent mental conversation, by writing a letter, or by asking directly. Your grandparent will do whatever is possible to help, and probably will help you in an even better way than you would have imagined. The best way that you can help your grandparents is by being a happy and healthy person. This sounds like my granny. Take really good care of yourself, do the right thing, and you continue to make your grandparent very proud of you in all ways. And I'm just hearing my grandmother in my mind saying, always follow your heart. All right, guys, that's the message today. Made me a little emotional. All right, so that's the message today. Don't forget to check out the picker card, find out who's talking about you and what they're saying. And thank you for your constant support, guys. For everything. All right, so like, shares, likes, dislikes, subscribes. I love it all. And if you can go a step further and click on any of the ads I played during this reading, that's also great revenue for the channel and good energy exchange. All right, guys, bye. Take care.